Do you still want me? Do you want me to explain, or do you want to?
I didn't tell nobody, Mom.
What?
I didn't do it, Mom. I didn't kill him. I watched it. And I watched his brain and everything. What?
This is Bailey Forrest, a 17-year-old who thinks she's here as a witness. What she doesn't realize is that every word out of her mouth is pulling her closer to a murder charge.
I did put like 3 towels down on the big puddle.
Okay.
Because I didn't want him to sneak into my store.
And in one of the strangest twists you'll ever see, the person she names as the killer won't be the one whose fate is decided in this room.
The person who really did it will kill me.
They're not going to kill you because...
They're on their run. They're already hiding from y'all.
On the morning of September 27th, 2022, in central Lubbock, Texas, a trash truck crew can't get down the alley behind East Rice Street. A mid-sized SUV is blocking the lane, engine off, doors shut. When officers force a look inside, it becomes clear the driver isn't unconscious. 51-year-old Robert Stewart is dead, beaten, bloodied, and staged in the back seat. His injuries don't resemble a crash. Someone attacked him elsewhere, moved him, and abandoned the vehicle. As officers began sorting out where he might have died, a second 911 call hits dispatch. This time from a shaken mother whose daughters have just arrived at her home in tears.
Okay, what's going on?
Well, I'm not exactly sure yet what is happening, but my daughters just showed up and told me that something really bad happened and they need to talk to somebody.
Okay, can they tell you what happened?
They said that somebody got hurt at their house and they don't know exactly what happened or what went on.
And they said that someone got hurt at their house that they live at?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to talk to her, Cheyenne?
The call is confusing. The mother can't explain what happened, or even tell dispatch the address of their house. But it starts making sense once investigators learn the girls had moved barely a week earlier into a small apartment on 51st Street, a place neighbors describe as constant noise, traffic, and teenage chaos. What it amounted to was a crash pad shared by Bailey Forrest, her friends, and whoever drifted through. Robert lived only a few blocks away, an older man, lonely, known for paying younger women for attention. His phone records and social media messages draw investigators straight to that apartment. Inside, detectives find what the girls couldn't articulate: blood on the walls, signs of a rushed cleanup, missing items, and evidence of a fire linked to a wooden club. And the digital trail points straight to 17-year-old Bailey Forrest, who insists she barely knew Robert and that nothing serious happened at her house. A few hours later, Bailey sits down in an interview room, convinced she's going home when this is over. She has no idea that this conversation will eventually send her to prison for murder.
Let me start and get some information from you. Tell me your last name.
Forrest, Forresc.
2 R's?
Yes.
And it's Bailey?
Yes.
What's your middle name?
Qualls, Qualls.
And your birthday? Let me shut this door. And what's your home address? Where you stay at?
I live there.
Okay.
First.
How long have you been there?
We just moved in about a week and a half ago.
Those are brand new, aren't they? Or are they?
Yeah, I mean
Did they
seem
build
to
them
be
brand new?
remodeled. I think my grandma told me they've been there, but they got remodeled.
Okay. I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if they were, because they look really good.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they took down a bunch of stuff that was there and rebuilt stuff, or if they just remodeled
Yeah, I
stuff.
think they remodeled them.
Bailey sees this as routine paperwork, not an interrogation. She talks freely about the house. Unaware detectives are already mapping a chaotic living setup. The more normal she makes it sound, the clearer it becomes how easily chaos could hide a crime.
Okay, so we talked a little bit on the way over here, and you were talking about your sisters.
They're really like my best friends from childhood,
Okay.
but I call them my sisters because we grew up together, we've lived together, we've everything together.
Okay. And do y'all all live there together?
Yes, we
Who
just bought
all
the
lives
house
there?
together. It's me, Sarah, and Cheyenne, and I just let Dre move in with me.
Okay. Sarah, is it S-A-R-A? Does she have an H?
H.
A-H. And what's her last name?
Daniel.
D-A-N-I-E. No L? I mean, no S on the end? How old is Sarah?
She just turned 17, I believe.
Okay.
Like last week.
And who else did you say?
And Cheyenne. They're blood sisters.
Is it C-H-E-Y?
E-Y-A-N-N-E. And then Daniel as well.
Okay. And how old is Cheyenne?
She's 18.
Okay. And you said Andre?
And then I let Andre move in with me about a week ago.
Okay. And it's Andre Wheeler, correct? And he's 19. And then who else did you said? Yeah,
Isabella and Yasmin stayed the night with me.
Okay, and how do you know them?
They're actually, Sarah has a boyfriend as well, and they're like Sarah's boyfriend's best friend's girlfriend.
Oh my gosh, that's confusing.
Yeah.
So they're friends of a friend.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically.
All right.
The detective now has a full roster of who stayed in the house. Bailey might think all this confusion protects her, but it does the opposite. Messy stories are easier to pull apart, and the detective is already watching for the first crack in hers.
And we kind of talked about it earlier. You're not under arrest.
Mm-hmm.
We did execute a search warrant on the house, and so the SWAT team was there because that's kind of our protocol for the police department is they do our search warrants. And you were handcuffed with the flex cuffs, but you've been cuffed. I appreciate you coming down here and talking to me.
Okay.
If you need to use the restroom, let me know. And you don't want any water? I have cold water and I have room temp if you want something. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah, Bailey, I wanted to talk to you. I'm investigating a homicide involving somebody that you know or at least acquainted with. His name is Robert. Robert. He's an older guy. And so just to kind of maybe talk about some things. Robert is an older guy, and he likes younger girls.
I know what you're talking about.
And we've been investigating this for several days now. So we've been able to get into his phone account and into his Facebook stuff, and so we've looked at all that, and we've talked to a lot of people, and one of the really beneficial things for us is it seems like everybody nowadays has surveillance cameras on their house, on their business, and so one of the benefits for us when we investigate stuff is that we're able to get surveillance video from all kinds of places. And forensic stuff is huge for us too. Blood evidence, DNA, fingerprints, all that stuff.
The detective starts with comfort instead of immediate confrontation. Bailey is told she isn't under arrest, and she believes it. What she doesn't realize is that this language isn't a promise. It's a tactic. The calmer she feels, the more she talks. And detectives already know Robert ended his night inside her home.
I'm feeling really bad right now. That's really sickening. Did he go by Rob?
Maybe so.
Because I think I know who you're talking about. And I met up with him 5 days ago.
Okay, where at?
My house.
Okay. Did he come over?
Yeah, he came over to my house.
How did y'all meet?
We were just texting.
But how did y'all start texting?
He just started messaging me on Facebook.
On Facebook? Just out of the blue?
Mm-hmm.
Did you think that was weird?
Yeah, kind of.
I personally think it's weird because he's
But-
not much younger than I am, and
I know.
you're
I wasn't making a smart choice. I understand.
no, and that,
It was
but neither was
money.
he though either.
I'm gonna be honest. It was money. He was giving me money. We weren't
What for?
we weren't really doing anything. He really liked to just hang out. Like
Okay.
he really liked to hang out sometimes. And we never we would talk video chat sometimes, but we had never met up. And then I met up with him about 5, maybe 6 days ago. I don't even remember. And he did come over. He chilled. We hung out, and I don't know who, he did leave my house though. I mean, he wasn't like,
Did y'all go anywhere?
no.
Okay, so really the only time that you've ever met him is just that one time
Yes.
that he came to your
And
house.
he came, somebody, I don't know who it was, somebody called him and he had to leave like quick, but he was there for like at least 30 minutes with me. And
Okay.
then he left, he said he had to go somewhere, he told them I'll be there in like 10 minutes, and he left my house. And
He didn't say who he was talking to, or
no, I didn't really know him like that to even ask.
Yeah.
Like, who's calling you? Like,
Yeah.
That wasn't my place.
so when he first messaged you, how did he say, how did that start?
He basically just sent me a picture
I'm sorry,
of.
hang on just a second. There's people coming in and out, and my door keeps coming open.
He basically just sent me like a picture of money and was like, I'll give you this to just talk to me. And I was like, okay. And he just asked to video chat sometimes, stuff like that. And I mean, we didn't really even talk really. Like, we weren't close, we weren't friends really.
Yeah.
We weren't, I mean.
And how long ago was that?
Like, he came to my house. I met him for the first time about 5, 6 days ago.
Okay.
Bailey's opening story is simple. Lonely old man, easy money, no real harm done. She paints herself as a kid making bad choices, not a criminal. Notice how she emphasizes that Robert just hung out and then left. She's building distance between his visit and his death. Distance detectives already know doesn't exist.
What was y'all's conversations? What do you want to talk about?
He would kind of ask me some weird stuff. Like, he was kind of off. Not like rude or
Right.
not trying to rape me or anything. Like,
Yeah.
he was, I mean, I enjoyed spending time with him. He was sweet. He would just talk about, he would ask me, like, when was the last time I made love? We would just talk about, like, my relationships. Like, I just, confided in him sometimes, stuff like that. We
Did he
didn't-
confide in you about any of his relationships?
He told me that he was basically, alone. He did tell me that I wasn't the only girl he did that with. He did tell me that he met up with multiple girls. That wasn't new to him. And this was very new to me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, you're still giving me money in my head, so I wasn't really tripping.
Yeah.
But other than that, we didn't really talk about much about, our love life.
So when he talked about meeting up with other girls, do you know what he was talking about, or
I know he would sleep with them.
Okay.
I know that for a fact because he would talk about his sex life with me. And the girls, he would always tell me they're of course above 18, they're good, stuff like that. And I mean, he didn't really ever tell me too details. He would just be like, yeah, this girl, he would maybe show me pictures sometimes, ask if I think she's pretty, stuff like that. But
was he giving those girls money too?
Mhm.
Did he say whether the money was in exchange for sex or?
yes.
Bailey thinks explaining this arrangement makes her look honest, even mature. But all she's doing is giving detectives a blueprint of how Robert treated her and how easily money kept her compliant. She still believes this context protects her. Detectives know it only ties her closer to motive.
Me a little bit, even though I'm a cop, and,
Yeah.
and it's hard for me sometimes to ask questions, and I don't want to embarrass you either. But some of these questions I just have to ask.
And I mean, I want to help now because
Yeah.
that's insane.
Were some of was he giving you money for sex? Had y'all had sex?
No.
Had y'all done anything
He was-
sexually?
I did, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I just want you to be honest.
A hand job. I
Okay.
didn't put my mouth on him. I didn't have
Okay.
sex with him.
And that was when he came over that day?
Yes.
Okay. Did you come out of the house, or did he just come up to the...
I opened the door to him.
Okay.
That was it.
And then he came inside, and y'all never went back outside?
Not together, no.
Okay.
He went outside.
Yeah, when he left.
But not together, no.
Okay. So when y'all started talking, did he immediately start asking you about sex stuff?
Yes.
And did he ask you if, like, will you have sex with me if I give you money, or was it just...
He was kind of skeptical about it because I was 17.
Yeah.
And so he was saying he wanted to wait till I turned 18 to actually give me money for sex. So he was giving me money for stuff he thought he couldn't, like, that would never get him in trouble, you know?
Right. What was he saying it was for?
Like, we would just talk. He would give me like $50 to just hang out with him. He would, like, the hand job, he would pay me for that. And that's the most I would do, like, hand
What did he
job.
pay you? What did he pay you for that?
He paid me $100.
Okay. Was he, when y'all began talking, was he like wanting to have phone sex at first, or did y'all FaceTime?
He didn't really
video chat, or
ever ask
anything
to
like
have
that?
phone sex, but he would just ask me a lot of questions like, are you loose down there? When was the last time you had sex? Was it good? Like, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But nothing like, he never was like, show me
Yeah.
down there.
Send me
show
pictures.
Yeah, no, he was never
Did y'all
like
ever
that.
exchange photographs by phone or by instant messenger?
Like a picture of my face, but not
Okay.
anything nude or
Okay.
sexual or anything
Okay.
like that.
This is Bailey's first real concession. She knows cops have messages, so she admits just enough to look honest. A paid sexual act with a 50-year-old, but nothing violent. What she doesn't realize is that every time she adjusts her story, detectives mark a new baseline. From here on, any change is a contradiction they can use.
Oh, okay.
Like,
So when did
before
when did
I
he
met
like
him-
start messaging you? Like the first time? Do you
I
remember
met
exactly?
him, not met him, like I started like messaging him back, like, I would say almost like a year ago.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
But we would go months without messaging, and then
Okay.
he would text me again and be like, hey, and then I would respond, we would text, we'd maybe video chat, then it would go like another couple months, he would text me
Okay.
again.
I guess I misunderstood. I thought you were saying that y'all just kind of met, like started talking like a week ago.
Like,
Okay,
we had,
so
like,
this has been going on for a while.
Maybe like, yeah, but it was nothing like, I don't know, I didn't ever think nothing of it.
Yeah.
Like, we would just text, he was just somebody on my phone, you know?
Okay.
Like,
Well, it makes more sense to me now that you met him Monday if y'all had been talking for a long time.
Yeah, it wasn't like I was
thought-
scared to meet
In my
him or
mind, I was
nothing,
like, oh my gosh, she just started talking to this
No,
guy a week
no,
ago,
no.
and then she asked him to come over to her house. I was like, that's weird.
No.
That would give me red flags.
Yeah, no, I wasn't like,
Okay.
no, like I was comfortable with him coming
Oh,
around
okay,
me
all
at this
right.
point. He was comfortable with me at that point, like stuff like that.
Okay. So, you think it was Monday when he came over?
About, I'm trying to think. If I had my phone, I could tell you for sure, but it, Monday or Tuesday.
What kind
It was
of phone-
about
what kind of
4 or
phone
5
is
days
it?
ago. It's an iPhone 6.
Okay. And you said it's got a case with your name on the back? Okay. Who's your service with? Boost?
Mhm.
If we can get your phone up here, would you give us consent to download those messages? Okay.
Moments ago, Bailey made it sound like a quick online fling. Now, it's been going on for nearly a year. This doesn't change the timeline. It changes intent. Detectives are silently upgrading her from impulsive teenager to someone who built a paid relationship with the man found beaten to death in his car. Bailey will go on to recount a very explicit meeting with Robert the last time she saw him, which, according to her, was sometime earlier that week.
After he left, did he message you back later and say,
I
can I come
haven't-
back? Or
No, I haven't heard it from him, but I didn't think nothing of it. Like, I wouldn't have thought anything like this.
yeah.
Like, because that's what he does. He would message me and then not message for, like, months.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so, like, I wasn't thinking, I thought, in my head, I was thinking he just wasn't interested because that was our first time, meeting.
Yeah.
And he left quick and he didn't message me, so
Okay.
I just blew it off.
What all did he tell you about himself?
He told me his age.
How old is he?
He told me he was 50.
Okay.
He did not tell me his full name. He was going by Rob Lee.
Rob Lee?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I didn't know his name was Robert Stewart. I didn't know none of that. He told me he didn't have kids. He told me he didn't have a wife, that he was alone. He told me that he was just basically telling me that this wasn't new to him, and that he has multiple girlfriends, and he was just telling me like if that bothered me, like he wasn't really saying much about him. He was just telling me about what he kind of did with the girls, because that's all I was concerned with, was what he did with other girls and then what he was trying to do with me.
What did he tell you he did with other girls?
He told me that if they that I was the youngest. He told me I was the youngest,
Mm-hmm.
and that all of the rest were 18 and up, and that he did sleep with them and pay them. And he was just saying like to wait till I was 18.
Did he say how much he paid him for sex?
No.
Okay.
I didn't really ask.
Okay. And again, here's one of those questions where I just have to ask.
Oh, you're good.
Have you done this with other men?
No.
Never?
I've the message thing,
Mm-hmm.
yes, but not really meet up with them.
Okay.
Him, it was just more of I kind of just knew him off the video chat, so I kind of felt more comfortable, but other people, I didn't really video chat them or nothing, and so I didn't feel comfortable letting them come to my house.
Yeah.
And so no, meeting, but I've gotten money from messaging people before, yes.
Okay. How do they send you money?
Sometimes through my Cash App.
Okay.
Most of the time through my Cash App.
Okay. How about him?
His was cash. And whenever we would message and stuff, he wasn't sending me money. This was the first time I got money in person from him.
Okay. And so you've never Cash App with him or anything else. You said this was the first time he's ever given you money?
This was the first time I received money from him.
Okay. Okay.
Bailey is trying to normalize everything. She isn't a murderer. She's just one of many girls older men pay to talk to. But from a prosecutor's point of view, this is devastating. She's now admitted she understands the transactional nature of these encounters, the power imbalance, and the money at stake. All of that makes what happens next look a lot less random.
The reason we got a search warrant for your house is we're looking for any evidence that Robert has been in your house. And to find out if there's any blood evidence in your house. Did you know Robert is deceased?
You just told me a homicide, so I was kind of assuming.
Yeah. Robert was killed, and
murdered.
Mm-hmm. And we've gotten information that could have happened at your house.
Okay.
Bailey, if you're 17 years old, right? The most important thing you can do is be honest. If he came over and something happened and somebody else did something, you need to tell us about it, and you need to be incredibly honest about what happened.
Will it be anonymous?
I can't say that it's going to be anonymous. I'm just being straight with you. There's very little in a murder investigation that can be honest. And honestly, everybody knows, it was fairly public. Anybody on that street saw us out there. And so people are going to know that we were at the house.
Will it be anonymous if I tell you what happened? Will it say Bailey Forrest? Because
eventually, so here's the thing, okay? Obviously, you know something, and I'm gonna be really honest with you. I have seen a couple of your stories on Facebook, and you seem to be incredibly troubled since this happened, and whatever happened at the house. And I'm really praying that you'll tell me exactly what happened. It seems to really be heavy on your heart, and so I want you to tell me. And so...
I'll die.
What do you mean you'll die?
the person who really did it will kill me.
They're not going to kill you because...
They're on the run. They're already hiding from y'all.
Who is it? Here's a Kleenex.
This is where the mask slips. Bailey goes from casually discussing sex work to asking if her name will be in the paperwork. She doesn't ask who killed Robert. She asks whether people will know she talked. That's not the question of a shocked witness. That's the question of someone who already knows exactly how he died and who's terrified the killer will find out she opened her mouth.
There are things that we can do to try to help hide your identity. If we get you a Kleenex, you can wipe your eyes.
I've been wanting to tell somebody.
I know. Here's the thing, Bailey. The thing about people is our hearts and our minds aren't made to see the things that happened and know about these things, and so you'd never typically feel any better as long as you're trying to hide it all and keep it inside. That's just our hearts aren't made that way. Can you tell me who it was?
Tobias.
Who is Tobias?
I don't know his last name.
How do you know Tobias?
They said he's already on the run, that the cops are looking for him for a runaway charge right now.
Okay.
I met him through school, but he was at my house due to my friend's boyfriends.
Which friends?
Sarah and Cheyenne.
Okay.
Their boyfriends were friends with him, and he came to my house.
So tell me what happened.
And he killed him.
What happened? Can you tell me? Can you take a minute?
They're gonna know I told you.
We're gonna talk to everybody. Okay.
And they're gonna lie, and I'm gonna be the only one that's told.
Well, we have a lot of evidence already. And so,
I didn't hit him. I didn't beat him. I did not do none of that.
okay.
Tobias.
Did it happen at your house? Okay.
Tobias beat him, and we were begging him to stop. And I don't know what came over him. I don't know why he was so angry. He didn't even know him. And I don't know if it was because Tobias wanted his money or what he wanted. He wouldn't stop.
Who all was there?
It was just me and Isabella.
Okay.
And Tobias.
Okay. Isabella, the one that's there?
And she's gonna lie, but please don't tell her I told you,
Okay.
because she didn't do anything.
Okay.
She was so scared. We were begging him to stop. We were so scared. I thought he was going to beat us as well. And that's all she kept saying was, he's gonna kill us too, he's gonna kill us too. But he did. As soon as he did it, he left and he disappeared.
In under 3 minutes, Bailey jumps from, I don't know what happened, to Tobias did it, and I thought he'd kill us too. Detectives barely had to push. What she doesn't realize is that by naming Tobias, she's proving insider knowledge. Details she could only know if she was there during the murder and its aftermath.
So I let him come over, and I'm walking him in the back room, and I thought Tobias was in the room, like the front room of my house. But he wasn't. And so when we were in the living room, he he said he wanted to go get a condom if I could give him a blowjob, because I didn't want to put my mouth on him because he told me he had slept with other girls. So he said he was going to get a condom. So he went back out to his car to get a condom, and I had went to my back room to change. And by the time, like, Isabella wasn't in there either when it happened. Like, when it first happened, nobody was in there but Tobias and him, and we didn't know that. Me and Isabella didn't know Tobias was in the living room. I had went back to
Where did y'all think he was?
I thought he was, okay. When he went outside to get a condom, I went to my room to change. And Isabella was in Sarah's room. And I thought Tobias was in Cheyenne's room. So when I came out from changing, no, I had heard it. I heard Tobias hit him. I heard the first hit. So when I was finished changing, I went out there and I seen him on the floor.
Where was he?
In the living room.
Okay.
I seen him on the floor, and I immediately ran to Isabella, and I was like trying to explain to her, but I couldn't speak.
Where was she? Where was Isabella?
She was in the Sarah's room.
Okay.
And she was like, "What was that?" And I was trying to explain to her, but I couldn't speak. And she was like just trying to calm me down, like telling me what happened. And I was just pointing to the living room, and I was like, "Let's go, look what Tobias is doing." And we went out there, Tobias was just beating him, and we couldn't get him to stop. Like, we were begging him, and I swear to God, we were begging him. If you get her to tell you, she will tell you we were begging him. And we were like this, and we were telling him, "Tobias, stop, like, what are you doing? Stop." And he was like, I could see him going in his pockets.
Mm-hmm.
I could see him going in his pockets, etc. And I knew he was looking for money. He didn't have any money on him. And after that, I don't even know, Tobias took him. Tobias drug him out of my house. Tobias took him wherever he took him. And he came back, he cleaned my house, and he disappeared.
Bailey is now deeply inside the crime scene. She hears the first blow, sees Robert face down, and runs through the same hallway detectives later photograph. She still insists she didn't touch him, but she's placing herself at every critical moment. At trial, this isn't the story of a girl who found out later. It's the story of someone who watched it happen.
What was he hitting him with?
It was like a big, I don't even know what it was. It was like a big wooden thing. It went to my bed.
Oh, it's part of your bed? Is it still on your bed?
No.
Where is it?
I don't know. He took everything.
Okay.
Tobias has the stuff.
Okay. What all did he take?
I know Tobias was burning it.
Okay.
So you might not find it.
Do you know where he was burning it at? How do you know he was burning it?
He told us that's what he was gonna do. He was telling us, "I'm gonna handle it. I'm gonna burn it. It's not gonna come back on y'all."
Was he messaging you this?
No, like this was in person. Like I was screaming at him. I was like, "This is my house. What are you doing to him? Like, what are you doing?" We were begging him to stop. Isabella was freaking out. I didn't know what to do, and then I'm not gonna lie, like I freaked out. In the past couple of days, I've just been mute.
Okay.
Mute. I'm not gonna lie, I've been keeping up with the news.
How many times did he hit him?
God, I cannot tell you how he wouldn't stop. Like, he was just beating him. I would say at least 20 times to the head.
Was he on the floor when it happened? What was Robert saying? Or what was he doing? He wasn't doing anything.
Here, Bailey turns Tobias into a villain so extreme that it almost sounds rehearsed. He cleans really good, knows exactly what to burn, and orders them around like hostages. But the more competent she makes him sound, the more obvious it becomes that she trusted him enough to let a paying client walk into that living room in the first place.
Describe Robert's injuries to me.
I could see his brain.
Okay.
Tobias, when he was dragging him, I could see pieces of his head, his brain. Like his head was so messed up.
Was there one particular area that was worse than others, or was it just...
He was laying like this, so I'm assuming right here.
Okay. So the way you're describing it, he was laying on his right side?
He was laying like face down, but like this.
Okay.
And I could see his face. I could see everything.
What about the blood?
There was blood. living room.
Okay. Like, when you say all over, are you...
There's a hole behind my mirror in the living room. That's where it happened. That's where his head was at, right up against right there. And he was hitting them, and I guess he hit the wall. So there's a hole in my wall. And then where he scrubbed so hard, there's missing paint.
Okay. Who scrubbed?
Him, Tobias.
Okay.
We didn't want to really touch anything. We were terrified. And he wasn't asking us to help him at all. He was just doing it. He was doing it all. And he was just cussing us out, telling us to shut the f up because we were screaming, but I don't know what he wanted us to do. I don't know what he thought we were going to do.
And you said he scrubbed so hard on the wall in the living room?
On the floorboard, the thing right here.
On the baseboard?
Yeah, there's missing paint right behind the glass mirror in the living room. And I don't know what he was doing.
Was there blood anywhere else on the walls?
He cleaned everything spotless. But
What was he using to clean?
it smelled like bleach. But I couldn't really... I was scared to get near him. I thought he was going to hit us. So I was trying to stay in my hallway. And I had Isabella behind me the whole time because I could hear her screaming and crying. And I had her behind me and I was trying not to let her look. But she was looking and she was seeing everything I was seeing. And I feel so bad for her.
Bailey's description is forensic level detail. The position of the body, the direction of the blows, the damage to the wall, even where the paint was scrubbed off. Detectives don't have to accuse her of anything here. The crime scene photos will do that. All they have to show the jury is how closely her story matches the blood they photographed.
What was he using to clean with?
All of our stuff.
Like what stuff?
Every one of our towels, every one of our clothes, my sister's clothes, my clothes. And he took it all, though. He took everything he used, everything.
And none of that is there anymore?
No.
Okay.
He took everything and, he put it all in, a tote. And he put it in the car with him and he left.
What car?
He was in that guy's car.
Okay.
And he put him in the car. After he cleaned everything, he had him in the car. And I guess he came back in, he grabbed the tote, he had everything in the tote. He was really organized, he cleaned really good, he was really organized, he knew what he was doing. He came back in, he grabbed the tote, he put it in the car, and he left, and I haven't seen him since.
Okay.
Haven't
Where
heard
did he get the
from him.
tote?
I don't even know, one of our rooms, maybe my sister's using
What
it.
color was it?
It was a dark gray.
Okay.
It was a really big tote.
Did it have a lid on it, or?
He had trash bags in it and the thing.
Okay. So did he put stuff in trash bags?
Yes, he
Okay.
put all the towels and stuff that he used in trash bags.
Okay.
And that was it. He disappeared. He tried to call me once yesterday because I was blowing up his phone. I was like, Tobias, have you seen the news? Have you seen what you did? Have you seen you killed him? He's dead, Tobias. And he tried to call me yesterday and I missed it.
What did he say when you told him that?
He never was responding.
Oh, you messaged him. You didn't
And
speak
he was
to him.
he was reading all of my messages, but wasn't responding. And I was like, Tobias, you need to at least look at the news. I don't know what you're thinking you're doing, but you're getting caught, bro.
Every time Bailey tries to blame Tobias, she adds another layer to her own involvement. She knows which household items became cleaning tools, which tote was used, and that nothing was left behind. She's not guessing. She's inventorying a cover-up. What she doesn't realize is that the police will later recover a partially burned club that matches her description almost perfectly.
I'm gonna go to jail because I know all of this.
What did I tell you from the very beginning? I needed you to be honest. You are not under arrest.
Yeah, but I've known for 4 days.
And when you leave here, you're going to leave here. Okay?
How am I gonna leave and I'm known for 4 days?
Well, because you're being honest with me right now, and you're telling the truth. That's a huge thing, is to be honest and tell the truth. But like I said, when we finish the interview, at the very end, I'm going to ask you to swear to your statement, and I'm asking you to make sure that you didn't leave anything out and that you told me the truth. And I want you to be able to answer that question honestly. And so you need to tell me everything, okay?
Well, the last thing is I do know where he took the stuff.
Okay. Where did he take it?
I have the address.
Okay. What's the address?
7903 Ash Avenue.
Whose house is that? Is there a back house? Or just a storage
It's
room?
in the outside, in the backyard,
Okay.
and it's burnt.
Whose house is that?
My mom's old house.
Okay. Did you go, hang on, let me pass this information along to somebody.
Yes.
I appreciate you telling me that, because that's important, okay? And that's the kind of things that I'm talking about, that you need to be completely honest, and I appreciate you doing that.
I have
really
a
do.
picture of it because I have something else to tell you.
Okay. You have a picture of what? Of the body?
No.
Where it burned? Okay. Is it on your phone? Okay, what else do you have to tell me?
I love Bella so much.
Who's Bella?
But he is Bella. But he made her go with him.
Okay.
She didn't want to though. He made her go with him, I guess, so she wouldn't snitch or something. But to leave the car and to take the stuff.
Okay. Who drove?
Him. She told me he drove and that she was freaking out and she was asking him to drop her off and he wouldn't, and he was threatening her. But he did make her go.
This is the moment Bailey crosses from passive observer to active participant. She doesn't just know where the evidence went. She took detectives straight to it. She even photographed the fire. That photo will become physical corroboration that she handled the aftermath of Robert's murder far more than she wants to admit.
I need to ask you a couple of hard questions, and we're back to you have to be 100% honest with me, okay? If we were to find fingerprints of yours on or in his car, why would that be?
I moved the car to the front of my side door and went to buy a fast food. I did anything he told me to do.
Okay. So you drove the car.
I moved it from the front of my house to the side door.
Okay.
And that's the most I did.
Did you help him load the body? Because
I was out there, but I didn't touch it.
Okay.
She
Bailey,
touched his ankles.
because I'm gonna add, we're gonna get DNA from everybody.
That's fine.
Okay. And we're gonna check the car, we're gonna check the body,
Mm-hmm.
and if your DNA is somewhere that you haven't told me about, then it's gonna be a problem for you.
Okay,
And so
no,
you
I
need
did
to
not
be-
touch the body once. And
Okay.
I is right hand to the man.
Okay. So
She pulled him by, she did help get him in the car, but I was blocking, making sure that nobody could see to buy it.
okay.
I'm gonna go to prison for life. And I didn't even want nothing to happen to him. Can my mom come up here?
Mm-hmm.
I really want to see her before I go to prison.
What did I tell you at the beginning?
No, I know because I blocked the bias and I moved the car and I know it's all. I watched so many criminal minds. I know.
It's not always like it is on TV.
I know that's I've had anything to do with it, I'm going down too. I already know that.
That's what you see on TV. That's not always the way it is in real life. Yes, sir.
You need to talk to her,
No. You said you had a picture on your phone. Can you tell me what that picture is?
Of them burning it.
Is it a video or just a picture?
No, it's just a picture.
Detectives never say they have her fingerprints. They only ask what they'd find. Bailey folds instantly and admits driving the victim's car with his body inside. She's just placed herself in the most incriminating stage of any homicide: transport. It's damage control in real time, and every word will later be replayed for a jury.
Did Tobias have blood all over him?
His shoes did. I really wasn't trying to look at him. I kept looking down, but I could see his shoes.
What was he wearing? Do you remember? Just think.
And he was in all black, and he had a ski mask on.
Tobias had a ski mask? Like a full ski mask? Like with just your eyes exposed?
In his mouth.
And his mouth? Okay, do you know why he was wearing a ski mask?
I guess because he didn't intend to kill him.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what.
What kind of shoes was he wearing?
White Air Force.
White Air Forces?
And they got burned.
That he burned those too? So after he burned stuff, what was he wearing?
I haven't seen him.
Okay. So Isabella helped. Tell me what happened, Jennifer. Bailey. Be honest with me.
She
Okay?
didn't want to help, and that's honest.
Okay.
He was making her. He was telling her, like, "You're coming with me. You're coming with me." And she went, and I stayed home. And you can ask her, like, this is honest. And I don't know what happened while they were gone. I don't know what he told her. I don't know anything that happened while they were gone, but that she freaked out so bad that she said she made him just let her off, and he left it in the alley.
Okay. He left what in the alley?
That car.
Okay. How did they get back then? Did they come back to your house then?
Isabella, no, they did not, and I went and picked up Isabella that next night.
Okay.
And I had her back at my house, and I wanted her to stay there with me in case this happened.
Okay. Now there's a piece of the puzzle that you're not telling me.
And what is that?
So you obviously you went with them, okay? Because you have a photo of them burning my stuff.
No, I did not go with them, but I was there when they burnt it. He didn't burn it then. Tobias made us burn it.
Okay. How do you
Tobias wasn't there. He put it there and told us if we didn't, like, we had to go burn it. That it was at my mom's house, in my mom's backyard.
How did he know?
I don't know. I have never taken him there, ever in my life. I have never took him there, ever. And he was telling me it was in my mom's backyard. And so I went.
So why did you burn it?
Because I didn't want it to be in my mom's backyard.
Why didn't you just call the police?
Because I was scared he will kill me.
Bailey doesn't realize it, but this actually helps Tobias. She's now saying he wasn't even at the burn site, and that she and Isabella destroyed the evidence on their own. Prosecutors will later argue she's minimizing her role. But in hindsight, this also becomes one of the reasons the case against Tobias collapses.
All right. Let me go grab your wallet fast. She wanted to be the one to talk to you and tell you. Do you still want me? Do you want me to explain, or do you want to?
What's going on? I lost her that time. And I didn't tell nobody, Mom.
What?
At our old house.
What? Oh my God.
But I told them everything.
Well, I hope so.
She's been honest. She's been cooperative.
I told them everything, and I didn't kill him, Mom. I didn't kill him. I didn't.
You watched it.
And I watched his brain and everything.
What?
His brain. His brain.
Bailey, are you okay with that if I tell your mom a few more details? Okay. So, because
Oh my God.
in Bailey, there's things that I'm going to have to tell your mom that are going to be embarrassing to you, but she has to know the truth, and it's going to come out anyway, okay? Bailey was talking to a man that she met on Facebook, and this has been going on for a while, that they've been talking and messaging, okay? He came this week, at the beginning of the week, he went to her house for sexual favors in exchange for money.
This is the moment where Bailey's lies stop being theoretical. Until now, she has only disappointed detectives. But when her mother sits down, terrified and confused, Bailey finally has to say out loud what she's been circling for an hour. A man died in her home, and she helped cover it up.
And while he was there, according to Bailey, there was another boy there, and I don't know if they were going to rob him. I don't know what the intent was, but that boy beat him to death in her house.
At our house over there?
And so they cleaned up the house. They disposed of the body. That's, if you saw the news, that's the body we found in a vehicle earlier this week.
Who was it?
It doesn't matter, honestly.
Someone we know?
No. One of the things that I need from you
Bailey!
is, for some, I don't know how, but you have a house on Ash. So all the evidence was burned.
I'm so sorry.
All the evidence was burned in the backyard behind that house. Would you mind signing a consent to search? I don't know what's left. I don't know what remains, but we at least need to go photograph and collect what we can. Are you okay with that? Okay. Tell me your full name again.
What the hell? Bailey, oh my God.
Tell me your name again.
My name is Jennifer Fortenberry. Y'all lured some guy there.
No, that's not what happened. I didn't know it was happening.
I don't think she knew what was going to happen.
Without me knowing, we didn't know he was gonna do that. We were making him to stop.
Can you tell me the address?
Yes, 7903 Ash Avenue. I don't believe Bailey would do something like that. I'm shocked. And when you said homicide, I was just like, I definitely didn't think it was this.
Mom, I was begging him to stop. He wouldn't. He's kept him. Oh my God. And he was making us. Mom, he was. And he was only 16 years old.
The boy?
Would you mind, Jennifer? Here's the consent to search. If you want to read that over. This is for your house.
Okay.
We're just going to be searching for evidence of the crime. If you'll sign down there.
For the first time, Bailey hears her actions summarized from the outside, not as excuses or fragments, but as a coherent narrative. This is devastating for her defense. Once the detective reframes the story, it becomes clear what prosecutors will later argue. Bailey wasn't a bystander. She was part of the operation. After her mom leaves, the detective has a few more things to say.
You need to tell me. Okay.
After he drug him out, before he came back to clean, I did put like 3 towels down on the big puddle.
Okay.
Because I didn't want him to seek into my floor. I did do that.
Okay. Is there anything else that you did that you haven't told me?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. But I didn't clean it, like I didn't get down and clean it. I let him do that. I just left him there over the big puddle because one, I was throwing up. Every time I looked at it, I couldn't stop throwing up. I couldn't think, I couldn't.
Are there going to be any messages on your phone that contradicts anything that you say?
No.
Okay. Are there going to be messages on your phone that we can show that you're telling the truth?
Yeah. There's some that say like, I can't believe Tobias did that, and I can't believe like stuff like that.
Who are the messages to?
Most likely to my sister.
Okay.
And I think the only thing I told David was everything was out of the house.
Okay. Now, it doesn't make sense to me, Bailey, honestly, it doesn't make sense to me how Tobias would know where your mom's house is.
I literally cannot tell you. Like, in that, I'm being honest, like, you can do a lie detector test right now. Like, I did not have that stuff. Like, he took it with him. Like, he wouldn't have left that stuff with me. He was scared we were gonna snitch just like we are. And he did not leave the stuff with me. He left it at my mom's. And he told me to go burn it. And I told Isabella that we should go burn it. I did tell her that we should go burn it because I didn't want it there.
Up to this point, Bailey has insisted she didn't touch Robert. Now she admits she handled his blood, covering it with towels as he was dragged out of the living room. She still clings to the line she never hit him, but from a legal standpoint, she's already standing shoulder to shoulder with the killer. Her mom comes back in, and the detective has a final word with her.
I'll call you. I'll call you when we're done with the phone, and I'll just bring it out to you and then drop it off. Listen, I told you from the beginning. If you cooperate, if you tell the truth, that you were going home. I told you that, right? I told you you weren't under arrest. I told you I wasn't going to keep you here, and I told you we were going to let you go when you're finished. Okay? The best thing for you to do, in light of all this, is you need to go to your mom's and you need to stay away from everybody, because.
And Andre's not in trouble, right?
No, Andre went somewhere, but I don't know where they took him to. Yeah, Andre. Do you know Andre? Andre's her boyfriend, I guess.
Found out and they got him too, and he was in jail.
He was there when the warrant was executed, and so we detain everybody. So yeah, he was not in trouble. I told you from the beginning. If you just be honest, okay. I'm not telling you that at some point in the future, when we present this to the DA's office, they're not going to say we need to file charges on her for destruction of evidence or whatever that decision is on their part, okay? Our job is to gather the facts, and we write our reports and we send it all over, and then they determine that. So I'm not promising you that at some time in the future we don't call you and say, hey, they want to file on you for this, and then but we'll communicate, okay? The best thing you can do is, here's my card, my cell phone number is on there, you have it also. The best thing you can do is stay in touch with me, answer my calls, return calls when I ask you to, continue to cooperate. at some point, we may show you photos of Tobias and make sure that we have the right person. And so we may have to do that. And I need you to be available, okay? That's the biggest thing, is you need to be available to continue to cooperate.
Yeah.
Okay? Do you have any questions for me? I know you're in shock. I know this is all a lot for you to take in.
Yeah.
But if you have any questions, you can call me.
Bailey walks out of this room believing she helped catch a monster and avoided prison. What she doesn't know is that her own words, not the forensics, not witnesses, not a smoking gun, will become the backbone of a murder case against her. And the boy she just branded a killer? His story is about to end very differently. In the months after this interview, detectives build their case. Crime scene photos match Bailey's descriptions. The burn site on Ash Avenue yields a partially burned wooden club. Her phone contains the fire photo she promised. Prosecutors charge Bailey Forrest with murder, and they also charge the boy she named, Tobias Salazar, then 16. At first, it looks straightforward. Bailey and a second teenage girl both say Tobias delivered the blows that killed Robert Stewart. Detectives call him a threat to the public, and he's held for nearly 3 years as his case moves slowly through the courts. In those early months, investigators also uncover more evidence tying Bailey to the cleanup, including a fingerprint inside the victim's vehicle, further reinforcing the narrative she built in the interrogation room. Meanwhile, Tobias's defense team pushes back, pointing out the inconsistencies in the girl's accounts and the lack of any forensic trail leading to him, setting the stage for a quiet legal standoff that drags on for years. But there's a problem. According to the state's own motion to dismiss, there is no physical evidence linking Tobias to the murder, only the word of the co-defendants, whose stories keep changing. Bailey's contradictions don't just hurt her credibility, they collapse the case against the person she accused. With no DNA, no fingerprints, and no forensic tie placing Tobias at the moment of the killing, prosecutors eventually admit they cannot prove he committed the homicide. And once that foundation crumbles, the entire narrative Bailey offered under pressure is revealed to be the weakest evidence in the room. In August of 2025, Bailey pleads guilty to murder and receives a 20-year sentence. The 16-year-old girl's case is dropped, and weeks later, prosecutors quietly dismiss the murder charge against Tobias, stating that justice cannot be served by further proceedings in this matter. For Tobias, the dismissal means freedom. For Bailey, it means something far worse. Her attempt to redirect blame ended up isolating her as the only person the state could convict. Bailey walked into that interview room convinced she was just a scared witness. What she didn't realize is that her interrogation would become the clearest, most detailed narrative of the crime the state would ever have. Detailed enough to convict her, but not strong enough to put anyone else behind bars.